Blessed be my witches, my spiritualists, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be doing the final part of our Chakra Oil series. Now, I wanted to ask the Witch Please family members if they would be interested in me showing them a general way of how to use candle magic to assist with opening and balancing the chakras. So if you guys, I'm going to do it anyways, witches, but if you guys want to see that sooner, please let me know, leaving comments below, and I would be more than happy to expedite that to allow for the Witch Please family members to really get those chakras in line. Also, I wanted to say a shout out to Witchy Hocus Pocus. I love you too, girl. Just wanted to let you know that. Anywho, let's continue on. So, what are you going to need for this? Well, you are going to need your base oils. Now, I have 3 different base oils here. Safflower oil, castor oil, as well as sweet almond oil. Now, I'm going to be using the general sweet almond oil for today. However, if you wanted to use a different oil base for a different purpose, I'm just going to run through them and give you a quick synopsis of what each one of these oils would be used for. The reason why I'm sticking with sweet almond oil, because sweet almond oil is a good general purpose, okay? We got to remember that the higher vibrations are that of love. However, if you are looking for more of a divine intervention, right, asking for the spirits to really kind of come in, balance out those chakras, you know, keep any external forces that are going on around you at bay that may be causing you conflict in your day-to-day life, then you would use something like a castor oil. Because castor oil has that dominating effect to it, it's really good when it comes to assisting with the mundane world. A lot of the times people don't really understand about the here and now, especially when they're spiritualists. I mean, the word in of itself talks about people working with spirit, not really soul, okay? However, they are both connected. So that's when you hear of an imbalance in the chakras. You need to understand that there is either a blockage, either you are not flowing from the highest and the deepest self in the right way, okay? So because of this, it can really disrupt or disturb your day-to-day life, your physical reality. Okay, so the sweet almond oil is good when you're just working with the highest self, understanding, you know, the intricacies of the outer world, the universe, the universal consciousness. However, if you're trying to understand the divinity within inside of this plane of existence, which doesn't always show itself in the easiest way, a great thing for you to use would be the castor oil to assist with the lower realms of the chakra, if that makes sense. If it does not, please leave a comment below and I'll try and go in a little deeper about that. Safflower oil, I find, is great when it comes to roots. Okay, when it comes to really understanding what I believe Dr. Sigmund Freud called the id, or the deepest self. I talked about safflower oil being a great gay love oil. Now, I'm not saying that gay love is the best love, I'm not saying that straight love is the best love, I'm not saying anything about that at all. What I am saying is that when using something like a safflower oil, okay, it is the root. It is outside of anything that may be contradictory or whatnot. It is just what it is. Okay, and I find that this is a great one for helping you come to terms with or accepting aspects of yourself, especially when there's a lot of trauma. So let's say if you have a lot of trauma and it's giving you a difficult time to, or not allowing you to be able to connect to the highest self. You don't really believe in the divine anymore. You know, you think God doesn't exist and all of these other things. You can't find or see the mastery or God at work. This is a wonderful oil to assist you with being able to heal that deep trauma that now is within the subconscious mind that is affecting the way you perceive this world. And not just this world, but the above world. Any blocks that are going on within that reality as well. And again, there's no steadfast rule that tells someone that you have to go through this. Learn what you can, boo-boo. Knowledge is power, and then implement what feels right for you, because you will find that that will never steer you wrong. Alright, so what oils are we going to be using today? So we are going to be using nutmeg, lavender, and clary sage. Now, this is a basic one, okay? So just to put it out there so everybody knows, on the world meridian, this is connected with the Himalayan mountains in Tibet, okay? So, big up Tibet, okay? Now, nutmeg. I love nutmeg because nutmeg is a wonderful solidification, or solidatory, if that's even a word. It's a wonderful way of solidifying yourself, okay? Now, when we talk about the lower chakra and the higher chakra, these are your apexes. Right? And I find that this is really great with solidifying not just the crown chakra, but also solidifying the root chakra. It is the Metatron and Sendothon. It is the balance in between. So if your upper foundation or your lower foundations are off, you're going to be shaky. And I find that this is a wonderful way of solidifying both of those, okay? Bringing in the powers of Metatron, bringing in the powers of Sendothon, to allow for you to be able to be that conduit, okay? So as you can see, we're going from, just from this, we're going from an approach, okay, of completion. We went through all of the chakra oils, we did all of them in their own way and what their purpose is for. But you have to understand, again, this one is about completion, it's about solidification, it's about having the greatest picture, to have a vantage point of which to be able to oversee what's going on within your reality. So we are going to be adding in 9 drops of this. Clary sage is a great purificatory oil, incense, herb, whatever you want to do. It is great for bringing in that highest self. This we can really get into in another day, but it's secular, and the highest chakra and the lower chakra actually overlap and are connected at the strongest point. So that's why we're working on both of these in that certain way. We gain the perspective from the higher realms to understand that they are all connected in this way, and they all support each other through the root and the highest chakra. Okay? So we bring in this clary sage to ensure that that's going to be the purest. Okay, it is going to be cleansed. It is going to be, again, what needs to be and what it has to be to support all the other chakras and all the other auric levels and layers. And we're going to be adding in 9 drops of this. And the last one is lavender. Now we know lavender is good for luck, but did you know that lavender is also good for purging? It is good from purging you from anything that has changed your DNA. What? What does that mean? Oh, what are you talking about, witch? Every time we go through anything in our life and it affects us deeply, right? It becomes a trauma, or it becomes, a beautiful expression of the divine's grace. And it really resonates deep within the lowest chakra and the highest chakra, because there is that connection at that point that we feel, we understand. It changes us. It changes our DNA, right? It changes how we perceive the world. It really does change our vibration. And when it changes our vibration, what we and a lot of people don't understand is that now you have to learn how to be this new being. I get people all the time coming to me saying, it seems like I go through the same thing over and over and over again. And it's normally a couple of things that could possibly be, but more times than not, there's one of two things. Either the person has not learned the lesson, right? Or this person is holding on to the trauma. And because they're holding on to this trauma, because they're not letting this go, what they've done is they've changed their DNA, and now they have to learn how to incorporate this into their day-to-day life, to the new person that they are, right? So again, it's like a reset, and now they're trying to refine who they are. When in actuality, they know exactly who they are. It's just that something has happened. They've either traumatized themselves, they had an experience, or what have you, and they have not learned yet how to incorporate this new vibration into their reality. So they think that they have to go through the whole process again, or they think that things keep happening over and over again, when in actuality, it's not even that. What has happened is that you now have brought in more information into your world, and you need to figure out about that, okay? And you got to figure out now what you are and how this creates you, how you have changed, and learn that. It's like when you're in a relationship with somebody and your partner starts to change and grow, and then people think that they fall out of love with their partner. No, honey, they haven't fallen out of love. Their partner's vibration has changed. They've changed, right? And they have not accepted or understood this transformation, and they want things to kind of stay the same, so then they buy into the illusion of falling out of love with somebody. There's an old saying that as soon as you know everything about yourself, as soon as you know everything about and you figured it all out, you will no longer be on this plane of existence. And that is very true. So, trying to understand who you are and trying to figure yourself out, like as if, there is an end result that is ludicrous, because you're constantly changing, you're constantly growing. So you will always have to figure out and learn who you are and who you're becoming. So I like to bring the lavender in here to help allow that process to be a lighter one, right? To assist within that transformation, to assist with the understanding of who you are becoming, to not be so rigid and so frustrated and so tired of always having to understand this evolution, thinking that you're failing, when in actuality you're not failing. You are figuring yourself out, but you're figuring yourself out as you transform into whatever you're going to be in this moment, next moment, and the moment after that. And we're going to be putting in 5 drops of this. Alright, my witches. So now what we're going to do is, as I said, we're going to be using the general oil, which is the sweet almond, and I'm going to be topping this bad boy up. Now this is only 5 milliliters. I believe this is, no, I think actually it's 10 milliliters. And there you have it, my witches, my spiritualists. This is my crown chakra oil, and I have this in this little drippy bottle, and the reason why is because this one I use quite a bit. I'm always using this one to allow me to really keep the highest and the lowest chakras in line with each other. And I find that, yes, you can use the lower chakra oil, which I think is absolutely wonderful, but I look at the lower chakra oil in a very different way. I look at it in the way of it is foundational, okay? This one, why I use this one so much is because it gives you a lot more perspective than just when you're looking at the baser instinct and basest self. Alright, my witches, my spiritualists, that is our episode for today. If you have not pressed subscribe, you know you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave me a comment below. Don't forget to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes out, because you know you don't want to miss a thing. I said it before, my witches, and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.